And stop. Okay, can keep your phones. Thank you so much for that. Now it's my turn. A'udhu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alladzina atainahumul kitaba ya'rifunahu kama ya'rifuna abna'ahum. Wa inna fariqam minhum la yaktumuna al-haqqa wa hum ya'lamun. Al-haqqu min rabbika fala takunanna minal mumtarin. Wa likullin wijhatun huwa muwalliha fastabiqul khairat. Aynama takunu ya'ti bikumullahu jami'an. Innallaha ala kulli syai'in qadir. Wa min haitsu kharajta fawalli wajhaka syatrul masjidil haram. Wa haitsu ma kuntum fawallu wujuhakum syatrahu li'alla yakuna lin-nasi 'alaikum hujjatun illa alladziina zalamu minkum fala takhshawhum wakhshawni wa liutimma ni'mati 'alaikum wa la'allakum tattaqun. Kama arsalna fiikum rasulan minkum yatlu 'alaikum ayatina wa yuzakkikum wa yu'allimukumul kitaba wal hikmata wa yu'allimukum ma lam takunu ta'lamun. Fazkuruni azkurkum washkuruli wa la takfurun. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah innallaha ma'as-sabirin. Wa la taqulu liman yuqtalu fi sabilillahi amwat bal ahya'un walakin la tashkurun. Wa la nabluwannakum bisyai'in minal khawfi wal-ju'i wa naqsin minal amwali wal-anfusi was-thamarat wa basyyiris sabirin. Alladzina idza asabatkum musibatun qalu inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Ulaika alaihim salawatu min rabbihim wa rahmah wa ulaika humul muhtadun. Sadaqallahul azim. In this set of surah is everything you need to know at this stage in your life about personality. I will go through it and explain to you why it's important and why it's important to have the right basis to talk about personality test. I love to talk about personality. I only hate to do tests. In the first line, Allah says, A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alladzi what is that? Alladzina atainahumul kitaba ya'rifunahu kama ya'rifuna abna'ahum. Abna is children. So he's saying that the people of the book actually knew our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as though they knew their own baby. They knew this baby so well. They knew his characteristic and personality so well. They know that he is the one, the final messenger. Yet, what did they do? They said no, threw lies at him, and a lot of accusation. So this is the first thing about personality. In the Quran, when talking about personality, there are two extremes. One talks about the virtues of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Everything about him is what we aspire and should be doing. However, most, if not all, of the other verses talking about personality or about knowing yourself and knowing others has a word of caution to it. Just like this. Just because you know something so well, be careful. Just because you know somebody else so well, be careful. Always a caution. So that's why I approach personality with a caution. If it's not based correctly, I wouldn't want to jump into it. Got it? That's the first one. Okay? When it comes to Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, yes, follow it right to the minutest detail. Anything else, be careful. Alright? We just celebrated a very special occasion in Islam. What is that? Idul Adha. And we are celebrating it in the tradition of which prophet? Prophet Ibrahim alaihi salam. And I love to talk to young people like you all because it is the tradition of our prophet that when they were young, they made a huge impact through their personality. Okay? So this is the time. Yes, this is the time to talk about your personality. This is the time to find out more, and this is the place today. Okay? This is the place today, young people. Other places in the Quran that talks about personality, Surah Al-Kahf, about the 7 who ran away from the evil ruler to hide, and they slept for how many years? A few hundred years. Everything when talks about young people shows very distinct personality traits, and that's what we're gonna cover today. We're gonna link it back to our Muslim identity, but at the same time, we're gonna project it forward to your future also. Alright? There is a certain verse here, which if you forget everything, you can just take this. Because this is the start of everything. Up here is just a caution for those who think that they are better just because they know more in terms of have more knowledge, or they know more about others, or they know themselves so well. Okay? Be cautious. Kama a'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kama arsalna fikum rasulan minkum. Basically, this is a dua by a prophet saying that, oh Allah, give us a prophet from among us for the whole humanity that is taught the book, the wisdom, and to purify the hearts. And that was the dua that was given by Allah, and we are the blessed ones to flow from that dua to Prophet Muhammad and to the rest of humanity, because not many prophets were sent to humanity. They were sent to their own separate nations. How many were sent for the entire of humanity? One. How many asked to be sent to the whole of humanity? Two. Prophet Ibrahim, and now Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, beautiful doa, because what comes after that is Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah. Straight away after talking about personality and the most virtuous personality, straight away comes salah. It is something that links directly. You cannot take it away. So in terms of talking about personality, if someone do not talk about salah, they are missing a big part. Okay, I'm not going to talk about salah today, but I'm going to tell you how it is an integral part. Directly linked. The minute you talk about personality, your salah is the first one to be questioned. If whatever you have in your salah doesn't translate out, then it just means that you are living a life of pretense. Like Ustaz says, double life, triple life, so on and so forth. You can hide as much as you want. Okay? And our closing is the famous verse that we all say when somebody dies. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. But the context of this is beautiful. Just look at this. Number one, talks about the best personality. The minute that's said, second one will be salah is countable. And the third one that comes after that, immediately after salah comes all the problems, all the challenges that Allah will levy on you. Be it from hunger, poverty, loss of life, so on and so forth. And our response should be Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. So that completes my personality cycle. It starts from the best example. It links to salat straight away, and the minute you have that, Allah is going to test you, because He says, do not tell me that I am a man of iman and that I will not be tested. Allah will test you. Our response should be Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. You got it? Very important for me, okay? You get this cycle right, we can do the personality test. Good to go? Good to go? Alright, basic theory. Okay, you ready? Okay. Later on. Basic theory. Raise your hand and I'll ask the question. There will be 7 questions. You need to get 5 right. If not, we won't go ahead. Okay, first one. Someone who hasn't volunteered. Everything I said, I'll test out is what has been said just now. First one, yes. Ready? So your question is, what is our response to a calamity or a bad news? What should we say? Are you sure? Can I make a call? Correct. Okay? Very important. First response, regardless. Please do not compare us to our scholars or people who are knowledgeable, because for them, if a calamity happens, sometimes they will say, Alhamdulillah. We do not know why. But they have reached a level when they would prefer to be on a mode that they are being tested all the time. So they will say Alhamdulillah. For us, let's just take it as Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. You got it? Okay? Thank you. Question number 2. Who's going to answer? We don't have much time? Okay. Hard one for you. Which surah did that verse come from? You want to make a call? Sure? Which ayat? Okay, close, 146. Okay, and name me one thing one Arabic word that you find in video surah? Because he's from other side, so tell him a bit. Sorry, thank you. Alright, 2 down, 5 to go. But you just need 3 more to pass. Okay, next one. Anyone? No, you cannot. You already volunteered. We don't have much time. Advanced theory going to be harder. Yes. Just because I just read out a verse doesn't mean it's going to be all Islamic questions. Huh? Okay. Who is the best personality that we should aspire to follow? Give me his full name. Can you all hear? When you are madrasah, you tekan your beat. Full name. Bin? Bin? Al? Which family? And? Which home? And who is the lineage to the next prophet that he had? Decide. Don't laugh, you're next. No. Come on. Ibrahim or Ismail? Sorry, she's knowledgeable. Come on, decide one. She gave the answer already, alright. Wrong, 1 down. Okay, 2 right, 1 wrong. Next question. Okay. So long to answer the wrong you. Next question. Yes, 1 at the back. Are you from madrasah? No. Okay. Why must we be cautious about personality tests? Try your best. No, my question is why should you be cautious? Be aware, be slightly. Don't believe everything you have about personality test. Why? You can change your time and my main reason is?
Because when you take the personality test, you have a certain personality in mind.
No, from the example I just said previously. Because every time Allah talks about personality in the Quran, it comes in 2. One is a huge praise, the other one is a river. Come on, what's the word? What's it? You help her. Is it? 2 down. The rest of the 3 questions is to get right. Oh, is it? Okay, right, correct. Okay, next question. You need 2 more to pass basic. Come on, 20 people. Don't have my time. Sorry, I take things very slow because I want to really make sure you understand. No point for me to go straight and assume everybody understands, right? Okay, next question. Those who volunteered for basic cannot answer for advanced. Oh, suddenly. You first. Ready? Okay. Name me one thing that the people of the book did when they recognized that Rasulullah was the final messenger. What did they do? Deny him by? Okay, thank you. Alright. Last question. If you get it right, pass basic. Who's gonna go? Use it. Okay. Ready for madrasah? Okay, good. Likuli Shamin Salam. Salamul Quran Al-Baqarah. What does salam means? So what does it mean when we talk about Al-Baqarah? What is the ham in Al-Baqarah? It is the peak of? In the? Yeah, okay, thank you. You got it right, pass basic. Okay, during wars and in terms of choosing delegation, Rasulullah will always ask, do you get it? Nabil?
Yes.
What do you get?
So far, you not mentioned
How many times?
5 times.
Oh, serious? Dude, man. I counted 3. Wow, okay. Plus the recent one, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, pretty sharp. Okay, in all the battles, in all delegations, he will always ask who has memorized Al-Baqarah first. He will choose from that. Of course, he asked who has memorized the Quran first. But after a few wars, a lot of those were wiped out. So, he helped Al-Baqarah. So, please, if you can, dive into it. Alright? I'm not saying asking you to memorize, but just dive into it. It's beautiful in most of the aspects. Alright. Woo! Alright, that's basic theory. Ready to go for advance? Okay. Okay, now. Measure. Wanna do personality test also must be tested first. Okay, what I can do today, sorry, you can't go to the toilet, you can't talk while I'm talking, and do not use your brain today. I need you all to just let it go and let. I mean, we already did about we read the Quran, we corrected our intentions, we are very clear from the session just now why we are here. Okay, so just let it flow. Okay, too much thinking spoils the test. Okay, don't overthink. A lot of people spoil the test by overthinking. Next, we don't have much time, but that's not an excuse. So for me, I'm gonna focus on the 20-80 rule. Meaning that if you know about Pareto's law, 20% of everything gets you 80% of the result. Whereas 80% of something sometimes doesn't get you much result. Just a bit. For personality test today, I'm going to zoom in into this area. I'm going to give you the 20% that gives you the most results. Number one, in terms of your Quranic personality. How much I think, in my opinion, you will be okay in terms of your relationship with Quran. Okay? Sorry, it's a big promise, but I always want to go from that first. Okay. Second, in terms of your career, wherever you're going, I'll tell you how much you are getting there. Okay, through this test. And the third one, of course, there will be some sensitive stuff which I'm gonna tell at the end, which is the Quranic answer to personality. Although we have a lot of personality tests, some with 3 results, some with 4 results, some with 36 results, I'm going to tell you that the Quran has just one with just 3 results. Okay, 3 results using 2 tools. That's all. It's not hard to do. You can do it by yourself, but for some people it might be a smack in the face. For some people it's a bit sobering. But I hope just take it and move on. Okay. Alright, that's at the end. Okay. Practice. You need to practice a lot in order to get this right. And we're gonna combine it to an overall scheme of things, which I'm gonna tell you the results of the 3 things. Okay, a lot of effort involved today. Effort in terms of number one, really purification of the heart. Okay, if you have any thoughts about there's something that you have been doing that's not right, if you make taubat right now, who knows, with that one person's taubat, everybody will get the blessings and barakah today. Okay, so if you have that, just make that taubat right now. I'm reminding myself also. If you do that, maybe the whole of us will benefit. Who knows, the whole community might benefit through us. Okay? Okay, ready to go? So we're gonna swallow a pill. Which one do you want? Red or blue? Red or blue? Red is the normal personality test that you can find outside. I can give you anytime. Blue is the slightly harder one. You swallow that, there's no turning back. You'll see things differently. Blue, no turning back, sure? Hey, this is hands-on, no, very expensive. Yes, from me. Okay, blue pill. I just want to know we're on the same page. Please don't go complaining to Mendaki Club after this. Hey, you promised me a personality test. It's not MBTI, it's not It's something that's made up from somewhere. Okay, blue pill, okay? Blue pill, alright. And I have a rule for the blue pill. Okay? Do the same things every time. Meaning that after you find out the results, and if you want to test out yourself again, do the same things. You can get results, okay? Same. Number 2, speed. Although I don't like to say speed because Shaitan likes to hustle things, but speed as in speed towards goodness. Okay? If you find that with this you can speed up towards goodness, go. Okay? But if you think speed is gonna get you stressed out and all that, forget it. Third one, stretch a bit. Okay? We are Singaporeans, we will survive. So I'm gonna stretch you all a bit also. Push a bit. Usually when I do this with other countries and stuff, that a bit more relaxed. Chill, relax, laugh. Full day, maybe 2-3 days workshop. For us, 2 hours. Okay? A bit of a stretch. But inshallah, Singaporeans will survive anything. Hey, we survive the haze. Okay, so ready for your practice? Ready, yeah? Okay, like I said before, a bit sensitive, and we're gonna do it together. The practice is gonna be, whoa, there's my paper. Okay. Do not write anything. It's gonna be on a blank piece of paper. Your results will be seen on one piece of paper. The minute you get this piece of paper, fold it into 4. Then I'm gonna tell you what to do next. Alright? Just, oh, sorry. Okay, give it up. Thank you so much. Okay, pass it down. Okay, pass it down. Thank you so much. If you encounter a problem, what should you say? Not convincing that someone died like that. No, say to yourself, come on God, you're testing me, I know. It's okay, I'm chill, I'm good. Okay, give me the next one, keep it coming. The more you test me, the more I like it. Because I know you remember me. Okay? Fasguruni asgurkum. Remember me, I shall remember you. That's in the surah just now. Okay? If you know where God stands with you, ask yourself where you stand with God. Okay? Everybody get it? Pull into 4. Do not write your name on the board, on the paper, because if you do and someone gets sick who knows how to interpret it, you'll be in big trouble. Okay, no names on top, nothing to identify you with. Okay, pull it into 4 first. Okay, I also have a rule. It's called the 10,000 hours rule. If you know Malcolm Gladwell, which book is it from? Which book is it from? 10,000 hours to get good. Beatles did it at Hamburg. SMU graduates, undergraduates, business students, supposed to read a lot like Ustaz Amizi. Which book? Which book? He has very few books. Tell me all the books that he has. Not Blink. Not Blink. Who said that? You said it's outliers. You know what outliers are? Those who are extra special. They don't fall between the normal blend of people. I will call you all outliers because very weird slot. From madrasah doing Dow Jones, come with mom, SMU, stuff like that. Okay? But 10,000 hours needed. With whatever we practice, if you get 10,000 hours, you should be able to do it. Okay? However, to do this, I need 3 rules. Number 1, no one is to come up to me after this and say, thank you. You have shown me what I really am or what I can do. Do not say that. If you say that, you're belittling me. Okay? Because personally, I took about 20-30 years, you can ask Fauzan, to really find myself and go back to Quran. It's not an easy process. Okay? It took me a long time. I don't assume anyone can get it in 3 minutes here. But if you do get it, just hold on to it and move on with it. Okay? It will take some time. Do not rush into it, because if you rush into things, that's where shaitan likes to come in. Okay? So take it easy. If you know something, do, okay, that's number 1, don't tell me. Number 2, do not change. After this, I don't want people to leave the door and become another person. Because if you do that straight away, you can't tell the difference. You need to let it sink. Okay? Observe yourself from a distance. Observe yourself with this new thing. Then it will come. Do not change immediately. Okay? Number 3, you are also not allowed to leave this door the same person. Means that when you leave this door, you're going to do one small thing every day. Because that will build personality. But that one small thing, you have to tell me what. Okay? It always starts from one very small thing, but every day. Every day. Very important. That's how you build personality, because that is the Sunnatullah, where the ayat came down, when Rasulullah taught, it's always one small thing until people get it, move on to the next. Same thing here. If we find out something, one small thing, and move on. Ready? Ready? Okay? For real, huh? No turning back. Blue pill. Okay, stand up. Find a place to put it on. Name your box 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Remember, do not write your name or anything that can identify you inside it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever I say, do not question. Do not think that's right. Okay, very important. The minute you think, it's gonna be skewed. Okay? Everyone check 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good, thank you. It doesn't matter whether landscape or portrait, as long as you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, box number 1. I need you to write 5 unique things about you. 5 different things. Meaning that number 1, if you include that, I like to watch anime Naruto. So number 2 cannot be I like to watch anime One Piece. Okay, anime is anime. Done. Okay, 5 unique things about you. It can be I like pink color. It can be my name is this. It can be I am a boy. You can go as easy as that, or you can put there I want to become a rocket scientist. Also can. As long as it's 5 unique things. Please don't take too long. Remember, speed. Alright? 5 only. I'm asking for 5. Okay, sit down. Come on. 5 only. Do not look at your friend. 5 simple things. I'm not gonna take this from you, okay? 5 things, any things, as long as it's unique about you. Hey, please don't write so big, I need some space. Okay? Observer says 5 unique things. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. Okay, I need to make sure everyone has 5. It can be a sentence, it can be 1 word. No problem for me. Okay, if you are done, please fold your arms so that I know you are done. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. 2 more. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Come on. We don't have all day. Just 5 unique things. Okay. Thank you. Going to be thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Fold your arms. Thank you. And one more. Thank you. Done. Okay. One more. Wait for a while. Okay, done. 5 more. Yes, same box. It's okay, you can write in between, no problem. As long as 5 unique more. And like I said, can be 1 word, can be 5 words. No problem for me. As long as it's unique, truthful, sincere. Yeah. And I'm not asking you to write about somebody else. Yes, just another 5 things, all in box number 1. All in box number 1. Once you're done, same thing for your arms, so that I know you're done. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only. Come on. Can be 1 word, can be 2 words, can be 1 sentence. As long as it's the truth, as long as it's unique. It can be I have a brother, this is my NRIC number. And I'm serious. I'm not joking. It's important for me. As long as it's truthful, it's important for me. Okay? No problem. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last one over there. Come on, everybody waiting for you. Come on. Madrasah boy, hurry up. Yes. Wow, Madrasah boy getting beating today. No, no problem. Everybody does, right? Come on. Do not write on the other box. 10. 1 more. 3 more. Tell him what he's like. No. Sharul, 10 huh? Okay, alright. Oh, you fill up the whole thing already. You write a lot. How many more? 2 more. Think. How to pass advanced theory like this? We haven't even did advanced theory. We'll be doing all this data then advanced theory, okay? Alright? Come on, come on. Don't write Naruto. That's my example. How many? 9 already? 9 or 10? 9. All nice. Okay, done. Full stop. 5 more. Try inside. As long as you can read your own handwriting, which I confirm know that you can, because only you can read your own. Okay, 5 more. I need 10,000 hours, but I can't get 10,000, so I have to make you practice a lot. Come on, come on. Once done, put your arms. Thank you so much. Take the next round, the one wants to be last. Okay, thank you. Be careful of the eat thing. I like to eat this, I like to eat that. Once you like to eat something, that's it. Something else. Thank you. Done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, the ladies are fast. Okay, 2 more at the back. Thank you so much. Done. Thank you so much. Oh, you are fast. Right. Done. Okay. Thank you. Done. Done. Okay. Again, it's the boys. Awesome. How many more? You again. Next. Right. Sit in front. Hey, he gets a lot of pahala, you know, every time. Sure. 3 more. Come on.
No, one more.
One more, right? Just one thing about you, that's all. Okay, come let me check. Come then. Come here. Whoa, deep. Okay. Wow, nice. Were you an officer? Good. You can enjoy more that day. Then you. Wow, brag about your post in PEMUKS. Okay, done. Anyone not done? Okay. Look at your paper. Last 5. Last 5, come on. It's you. Come on, goodness. I'm not asking about Mickey Mouse or Justin Bieber or something, you know. Just you. Squeeze it in. 5 things. Very important for me. Truthful, sincere. You make your intention. You do lots of practice. Inshallah, meaning will come. Okay? I need you on this. Okay? Same thing, once done, pull your arms. Okay, done. Hold your arms. Some information coming your way. Okay, done. Alright. Oh, fast this time. Okay, short break for the test. But important question. Hint coming out for advanced theory. You both have this, right? Sorry, you have this both, right? Okay. Talking about personality. When it comes to one point, we have to make a decision. We need to do something based on our personality, or maybe we can fake it. However, whether you fake it or do it for real, tell me, which one decides? Which one decides what you do? Brain or the heart? Who says brain? Who says heart? Who says both? Hey, you're not supposed to take part. Both brains, heart, which one? Come on. If you do some deep thinking, your goodness, you're gonna be the future of Singapore. Do some deep thinking on this. Come on. Tell me with your conviction and a real reason, which one do you think it sincerely is? Tell me. Who can just come and tell me, okay, this is brain because this is the reason, and mean speaking with conviction, can do that. All the brain people. I saw a few brain people just now. Yes, Nabil, shoot. Why brain?
It's great because scientifically everything that we do is based on what our brain perceives. So the world is a perception of what we take in from our senses.
Tell me
so
what
people
scientific.
people that say it's hard, right?
No, just brain.
Yeah, no. I'm saying that to argue for the brain, people that say it's hard are confusing it with the subconscious. So technically, you could argue for brain and heart, but I'm saying it's all brain because your subconscious is also part of your brain. So in all decisions that you make, it's all based on neurons firing on and off. Okay. So whether or not you make a conscious effort to say that I want to do this, or whether something in there tells you that okay, I want to do this, but somehow you did something else.
Okay, really good. Can you speak English now? Okay, I mean, just maybe one line. I mean, it all makes sense, but maybe just one line of choice. Why brain? I mean, a lot of info there, but maybe just one line. Why brain? Is it science? Is it neurons? Is it firing? Just what? What's your main thing about brain? Heart people, stand by. Important, because we're gonna talk about how we react to stuff and decide, right? Very important question. Okay, think about it. Yeah, I mean, don't rush.
Yeah.
Think about it. Get the line right. Heart people. I saw a few heart people. Come on, one person. You need not be right. No problem. We have already made dua. We have already read the Quran. We purified our intention. Let it just out. Okay, need not be perfect English. Never mind. Just let it out. Heart people. Yes, shoot.
Because everything starts with intention. So,
Okay.
So you start with intention, then your brain process what's to do.
So
So everything starts with the heart.
So you say that everything starts here. It's not that it can be here or here. It must start here.
Then it goes to there.
Can something be here then goes down here to this side?
I think preferably from the heart.
Preferably. Okay. But your main thing is that it starts from here. That's your point. What's your basis of saying that?
Because we are driven by emotions. So heart.
Okay. Got it, Nabil? What's your line? Why brain?
All functions within a human body originate from the brain. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So
emotion, cognitive reasoning, everything comes from.
so you're saying that a baby that is just born, the brain tells him what to do exactly. To cry, to do everything.
Yes.
It's the brain.
Because that's what's telling them to, like, as in impulse and everything, and learn behavior.
Okay. Don't confuse. So one only. Everything.
Yeah, as in
The
I'm
brain.
countering your argument.
The brain processes. You're
Yes.
saying it starts from the heart. Who says brain and heart? I saw a few. Yes. Somebody. Should brain and heart. Okay, you. Why brain and heart?
Because it's a balance of logic and emotions.
True or not? Everything has a balance, right? You need to balance the logic. Which one Nabil said? You need to balance the emotion. And what was the name? Sorry. Buddha said. Buddha said. Kuzaima said. So there is something. Decision making involves both. Okay. So all three correct. My next question. Although these two take part in decision making, which one ultimately makes the decision? I mean, we will agree. Nabil can be right, Zaman can be right, he can be right. But ultimately, when everything comes together, we have both sides talking. Which one finally makes the decision? Coming in advance theory, yeah? So, which one? Yeah, it's true. Okay. But without her thinking. However, this one I need you all to get clear because you are gonna be the future generation. You're gonna shape policies. You're gonna grow children of the next generation. You are gonna be the batch and generation that's gonna fight riba, which our generation cannot. You're gonna do a lot of things. Okay? You need some deep thinking on this. Tell me which one with basis. Don't say I think that. Tell me. Okay, we agree. Both make decision. But is this one? What's your basis? It can be a Quranic basis, it can be a scientific basis, whatever basis, must have basis. Try, someone. Don't have much time. I only got 26 minutes left. Yes, go.
The soul. Because, okay, I like to, because my reason is because...
That's the soul.
No.
The whole thing! The whole thing!
Karen quote this hadith saying that...
Okay, listen.
Okay,
If wrong, you're gonna get it from me.
in
Please verify on YouTube and on Google that this hadith is correct. Sorry. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Inama amalu binniyah. Because all things comes with your niyat. Before you even do that thing, that niyat is already there. Your soul is already put into that niyat and do your thing.
So we got a few things. We got niyat. We got start. We got origin, right? That's a word, right? Origin. Origin. We got the in between. What's the word for it? Balance. His point is it starts with intention. Can my intention be made without thinking?
Yes.
Can my intention be made without thinking? Try. Give me one intention that you don't think about. Anyone? Not just it. Give me one intention that you don't think about.
Eating, your lunch.
Yeah, right. I saw you choosing so many things.
In the first place, you just want to eat, but then.
No, but that's your brain telling you that you're hungry.
Donating. What's that? Donating. Yeah, right. Open your wallet and choose. Put the whole water. No. Give me one thing that you do without thinking. Make intention without thinking. Breathing. Try to stop breathing. How long can you last? You're thinking to stop breathing, but how long can you last? So ultimately the brain takes over again. Come on people, we need to get through this. It's not very important for me. The next set of questions will be based on this.
To wake up.
Wake up. Good. Good answer, but totally off. Okay? No, what I'm saying is good because what's our doa before we sleep? What's the meaning of the doa that we recite before we sleep? Yeah, so what do you mean? You're the one who what? Quickly lah. Future generation, goodness. Give life and death. So you're saying that every night when you sleep you die. So you're saying that when you wake up you actually cannot control it. Your brain doesn't tell you to wake up. How you know your brain tells you to wake up? Because of the alarm. Imagine the alarm never rings. Who tells you to wake up? God. The meaning can come to the soul. No, God, people.
Light. Blue light frequencies. Scientifically, as
Are you sure it's not red?
No. It's a certain wavelength of light that it comes out.
Okay, anybody other than Nabil? It's irritating me. Brain. Okay. My question is very simple. Who tells you to wake up if the alarm doesn't ring? So you're saying blue lights. Yes, I get it. But ultimately, how do you wake up? Not everybody has these blue lights. Heart. So you're saying the heart tells you to wake up without your brain telling you what to do. We need to answer this. Come on. I know it's a bit philo deep, but important. When you talk about personality, you have to finally know which one makes you decide. Because very important, it distinguishes us Muslims from others. So that's a big hint. What is the dalil in the Quran or Hadith that says which one makes the decision, although both come into play? Come on, which one? I'm not saying that you must be from madrasah to understand this. It's as much common sense as it is something that is passed down through traditions to us. Okay? I just need a brave soul to just dig deep into your heart and just answer it. Which one? Yes, good.
I think it starts from the brain
No,
Then-
ultimately.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying this is my thought process.
Okay.
It starts from
And, I
the
just
brain,
want to do N.
and then it
No,
ends
N
with
only.
the heart making
N
the
only.
decision.
Okay, so you say heart. Now you change your mind.
No, as in, it starts with the brain. Then there's all that
I'm not interested where it starts.
Then
I
it
just want
ends
to know
off
where
with
it
the
ends.
heart. Because in Islam, you have to purify your heart, and that's why you go through all this process.
What's your basis of saying that?
Because if you go back to the Quran, I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but
Try.
something I remember last time.
Very close.
There was something about if
Listen.
you look at Nabi Muhammad SAW as the best example of moral principle, it was because he didn't have nafsu or something like that, and like something.
Bro, you almost there. What is this thing? That's
to
right.
do with character, and then after that he didn't have it.
Okay,
But then he
pause.
want to try and
Somebody
purify
take
that.
it off from the part he says about cleansing your heart. Yes.
Is it about where Jibril was sent down?
You got too influenced by him. Correct, but something simpler. Come on, you got something to do with the cleansing of the heart, but which exactly? Big hint. In the body, there is a piece of flesh. If this flesh is good, the whole body is good. If this flesh is bad, the whole body is bad. But doesn't mean that this flesh is bad, it can't turn good. And doesn't mean that this flesh is good, it cannot turn bad. Because what is this flesh? It is the inherent quality of this flesh is that it changes between good and bad, makes decision all the time. It is the one that finally makes the decision. So what is that? The heart. Some people interchangeably say soul, heart, still the heart. So I want to make it very clear that as Muslims, our basis for personality, decision making, that both play a part, but ultimately it's the heart, and that is why Salat comes right after the talk about personality. Yes. Okay, so that's the link. The cleansing of the soul comes with Salat first. You cannot explain it. I also cannot tell you. It will take hours and days to really go the whole process. Okay? Personality, both play a part. Ultimately, the heart takes center stage or driver seat, but it comes with the practice of Salat and cleansing of the heart. Got it? Okay? Important concept. Advanced theory. First one. 7 questions, 5 to pass. If not, you won't complete the rest of the test. Only those who have not volunteered and have not answered basic can answer this. First one. 5 out of 7. Yes. So, ready? What is the basis to say that the heart makes the decision? Yeah. In your own words, it's important you just be sincere. Okay, that it comes out.
Basically, so when you have to purify our soul first.
Wrong. Next one. One down already. Next person. How are we to say that the heart makes the decision? Second one, be brave, but please be right. If not, I have to repeat everything again. Somebody? Brothers, come on. Okay, can. Try.
So the one about if the flesh is good, then the whole body is good.
Yeah?
Then if the flesh is bad, the whole body is bad.
So what flesh is that?
The heart.
Okay? Yeah, simple as that. Okay? That's our basis. It may seem simplistic, but it has to be clear among us. That's the basis. Then we can move on. Because if not, Western scientific knowledge and all that muddles the whole thing up, skews the whole thing towards a very humanistic experience. We are different. Okay? We are different. Okay. Alright? You need 3 more to get through advanced theory. What is the first step towards cleansing your heart? You wanna call someone? Toss a coin, 50-50. Correct. 2 more to get right. Next. Okay. After you have done you corrected your intention, perfected your salat, and you have problems, what do you say? If you meet with problems, Allah has taught us to say a particular ayat. So what is that ayat?
The ayat that was mentioned in the beginning.
Yes, so what is it?
Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un.
Correct. One more to get right. Then we can pass advanced theory. Last one. Grateful. Who is it? Just one. Time is precious. Come on, people! Don't tell me. You. Okay, ready? Yes. Okay. He says that if there is a problem, the right thing to say is Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un, and then we'll complete the circle. Personality stems from the heart, purify the heart, the salat, and when and after that we say the words. Can you tell me why problems will come right after we do our salat or we try to do good? Okay, thank you. Pass advanced theory. Thank you. Alright, back to the paper. Open up. We don't have much time. Go to box number 2. Box number 2. Woo. Ready? Okay, this time no tricks. I won't let you write 5. 20 items that you do immediately after you got free time. I define free time in 3 ways. Number 1, it is not something you have to do. For example, breathe, eat, sleep. These are not free time activities. These are things you have to do. Alright? Don't put that. Number 2, free time is about half an hour or more. Meaning that school break, prayer break, lunch break, anything that is about 15 to half an hour more. Cannot be like 2-3 minutes. Free time. So check YouTube or stuff like that. Okay, free time and define it as that. Number 1, not something you have to do. Number 2, not it's about 15 to 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And number 3, things that you generally look forward to doing. It is not something like a chore, like your mom asks you to hang your clothes and all that. Given a choice, you will want to do this first. Okay? It's something that you look forward. So just 20 items. Spend about 5 minutes on 2-3 minutes on this. Just 20 items. Remember, number 1, not something you have to do. Number 2, a considerable amount of time, 15 to half an hour. And number 3, something that you generally look forward. You gain something from it. And people, this is not an ethics question. I mean, if you do smoke and you want to put smoke there, it is fine. Because as long as it's truthful and sincere, I need that to complete this test, okay? Okay. Maybe it's not such like a gossiping, not that good, but still, you know, you kind of need that once in a while. Yeah, just write it down. Okay. Just 20 items, nothing more, but I need 20 and nothing less, okay? Very important for me. We have about 30 minutes left. Work with me on this, okay? Seconds left. Speed up, people. Remember, 10,000 hours we need. You can do this again at home. No problem, but I need you all to do the practice. Be fast, because this is going to be a check for you, your muhasabah, long after this program is over, okay? And I need you all to do this in order to summarize the Quranic characteristics or the Quranic personality. Okay? you're asked 20 items. First thing you do, the minute you got free time, which is a considerable amount of time, half an hour, and also something that you are not forced to do or generally have to do. Very important for me also. If you put down there, watch YouTube, Mufti Man, do not put YouTube, Luqman Alihan. Understood? YouTube for ill purposes. It can be sleep, can be going for a jog, can be gossiping about your brother, or throwing him off the window. Can be just browsing the net, anything. As long as it's 20 unique items, since the day you were born until now, please remember. Okay. Got 11 more minutes with y'all, so please speed up, because I need some time to explain what all this means. If you're done, same thing, please fold your arms so that I know when to proceed. Okay, good, almost there. Excellent, 2 more. Try your best, people, try your best. If you have any memory of doing it, just put it down. As long as it's truthful and sincere knowledge, it's fine. You can just fold your arms. Thank you so much. For those who are done, please copy this in box number 4, the diagram that you see in front. It's just water and stone, water and stone. Okay? There's some things to be filled up inside. Just sketch this. It may not be perfect drawing. Just as long as got an axis with water and stone is fine. Okay, we don't have much time. If you have 15, you can stop already. Okay, 15 is good enough for me. Quickly draw this on box number 4. Okay, just sketch it out and put water stone, water stone. Some data you need to put inside, but minimal data, don't worry. You just need for you to map out. Box number 4, okay? Thank you. And box number 5 will be our last exercise before we tell you the results. Okay, box number 4, this is what it means. We talk about passion just now, right? A lot of these words came out just now. What's my passion, what I want to do. Okay? This is, I want you to skew this towards work, your future. Okay? Whatever is it that you want to do in future. Okay, number 1. If you are decided more or less that you'll be doing something that you're really passionate about. Okay, so imagine this is between a scale of 0 to 10. For example, I am passionate about training, but I didn't start off with training. Okay, I started off doing something else. But ultimately, I want to do that. So if you are like me, ultimately want to do that thing that you're passionate about, you put it somewhere, you put an X here, somewhere up there. But however, if you are the realistic type, you know that your family needs you. Your mom is a single parent. You have 3 other siblings. You can't afford to run a business and face the possibility of making money or not. You know that you just have to get a job that maybe you don't like but pays a lot to take care of the family. And it's going to be like that for a while. Okay? Because, I mean, this is reality. So if you are that type, you put a cross somewhere there. So can everybody just put a cross? So this is the varying level. So if you are just above passionate, also can. Alright? So if you are just below passionate, also can. I just need to know where you roughly at. Yeah. So passionate is something like water. You just dive in and that's you. Stone is something you don't really like. You feel a bit keko, a bit can't move much, but you don't mind doing it. Okay? So just put a cross. 1 cross only, not 2. Can I see? Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, to some people it might be sensitive, but so I just have to check. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, next. Passion and something you don't want to do. Here is qualification and paper certificates and stuff like that. Water is where you get to collect a lot of certificates, do a lot of things that you really want to do, and it's very clear. For example, you want to go for a doctorate, you want to become a lecturer, so it's very clear the pathway. However, if you are going to jump into something that's maybe not so clear, for me, for example, I am doing youth at risk. It wasn't very clear, it's not very clear now, but just jump in and find out. Okay, so if it's something very clear, put a cross over here. If it's something not clear, put a cross over here. Okay, the industry that you're moving into. Because like it or not, some industry are very, it's just not really, the pathway is not really straightforward. You have to knock on doors and really find out yourself. Okay, so I put a cross here. Okay, after you have done that, just help me connect the dot. Okay, I just want to know which quadrant you are at and how much is the degree. Okay, just connect the two dots and I just want to see where you are. Alright, so this is A, B, C, D. Got it? Very simple. Okay, last exercise. We're gonna transfer some answers, okay? So this one a bit time consuming, but like I said before, do not think, just transfer the answers. Draw this in box number 3. Copy these 4 diagrams down. Now we are going to transfer answers from box number 1 to box number 3. Okay, I might just copy this down first. Okay, so this is what it means. You are going to transfer using just an X to denote 1 point in box number 1. So for example, this is things that involve the whole body movement. This is anything involves relationship, image, and the last one very simple. Those that don't fall under here, will go here. I will write the example, but you don't have to write, you just have to put a cross. So for example, this one, I like to have an adrenaline rush, whole body experience. Or I like to cook, or I like to dive. Anything that involves the whole body. It can be something you're doing or just description of it. So, but you don't have to write this, you just have to put a cross, because I just want to count. For this one, if you describe yourself like I am a son, I have a girlfriend, I am a servant of God. Anything to do with a relationship with something, someone, someplace, you describe yourself vis-a-vis something else, put a cross. Third one, image. If you talk about yourself that I am an ego person, I am very good looking. Okay, anything to describe a particular characteristics. I like to give away money. Put a cross. Okay, last column, if you answer very nonsensical things because you're desperate and chasing you for it, you put my IC number is S. Okay, really totally out, or you put I don't know what to write, so land there, okay? Land there, alright? So I just need to transfer your answers. Every time you put a cross here, you cancel out from on top. So you keep track. So decide on number 1, put a cross, cancel out on top. I just want to know, finally, number of X's. Okay? Yeah, everything from box 1 only. Do not add box number 2 to the list. Okay, just box number 1 only. Learning, if your type of learning is whole body learning, put it here. But if you mention, I love learning, and it's here. That means that you just don't think, just do. I mean, that's your constant work. It can be, it need not be a writing type of learning. It can be going out and find out. So that's the thing. But if you just generally describe yourself as loving learning, then it's here. Okay? Your answers can be the same for the person beside you, but in different box. It's how you interpret, okay? Because this is a very sincere and upfront, correct your intentions, get guidance from God, and just put it down. We got 2 more steps before we finish, okay? 2 more steps. This is the third last step. After this 2 more, then results time. Okay? You don't need to write. I mean, if you want to write, it's good, but you just put an X because we're just going to count how many. So for example, from on top is adrenaline. So you just cancel it and put an X here. Then you can count. But if you want to transfer the item down, also can. No worries. Okay? I just need the head count of how many in each column. If any problems, just raise your hands. If you're undecided, this or that, just tell me. Okay, third last step, okay? 2 more steps, then we are done. Okay, sorry, it has to be step by step like this, okay? Cannot jump the gun. Okay. Just total up below how many. So some people may have things like 9, 1, 0, 4. It's fine. And nothing bad, nothing good. It's just the result based on your sincere feedback. I just need to tell you what it means later on. Okay? That's all. Add up, put it below, snapshot. We'll move on from there, yeah? Come on, blue pill almost coming to fruition. A bit more. Same thing once you're done, just cross your arms. I just want to go around and check your generally what's the score. What's the score? No worries. Just distribution only. Okay? You don't need to be really exact. Because sometimes you look until mata kero. Okay? You want to be the teacher, right? Entrepreneur. Bit of problem also, tell you what they do. Doesn't mean bad news. Problem is that it's just a gap. Whether you want to close it or leave it there, it's fine. Okay, like Ustaz says, don't look at it from a weakness. Okay? Just one more hurdle to overcome. Oh, sorry. Hello. Which industry you going to? Good and bad news. Okay. Alright, done. Okay, let's go to box number 2. Hey, sorry, still doing, is it? Okay, quickly. Done. Anybody still doing? Kalima, still doing? What's your score? What score? Count. Everybody needs to tally. We don't have time to tally after this. Everybody needs to tally now. Okay. Ultimately, what you want to do? Okay, done. Tally must be up. Engineer, Fatimah. Okay, done. That's you. Right. Okay, next. Go to box number 2. Okay, do this carefully with me. This one very important. We need to make some hard decisions. Can you, given that moving forward, this is what you do during your free time, I need you to remove 2 items which you can safely not do for the rest of your life. Yeah, I know, because the reason we need to remove is we need to prioritize something. Okay, so I need you to make a hard decision. Cancel out 2 that you think sincerely you can do without for the rest of your life. Yes. Yeah. I mean, you like it, but you know, if I take it out, it's a bit of a pinch, but I still can, can survive that basically. I won't enjoy my life so much, but I will survive. I generally will survive lah. Okay? Can I see what you guys up? Oh, seriously, that was easy. Okay, maybe one was easy, yeah. The other will be hard. Okay, Cheryl, can I see what you guys up? That was easy. Okay. Alright. Okay, done. What do you guys up? Oh my god, that's important. You can live without Twitter and Facebook. Good. Proud of you. Cancel up 3 more. Okay, look, we're talking about your future, you know. Something has to go. And I'll tell you why something has to go. Okay, something has to go. Because everybody has 24 hours. No such thing as everybody got 24 hours and can do everything they want. I need some prioritization exercise to tell you why this is important. Important in your personality, right? Quranic personality, the self that we will present to God one day, right? 3 more out. And I don't mean cancel out those un-Islamic ones. It's just sincerely what you think you can live without. Okay, just 3 more. Okay, if you have successfully done that, you will have been left with about 15 to 10 or 15 lah. Please remember, okay? Done? Yeah, so you should have cancelled out 5, correct? 5? 5 is 5, can I see? Strike the whole thing out. The whole thing, the whole line. Okay, the whole thing must be strike out. I need to see a strike through. Okay. Hey, strike, not cross. Okay, where is it? Okay. See brother? 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. One more. 5. Wow, this guy is boring. 2 more. You should be left with 8 or 10. Okay, after you check out 2 more. Make it a sincere decision. That's all I'm asking. And remember, I'm not asking you to go out of this door and don't do these things. It is just a decision if you were to make now. That's all I'm asking. What would that be? Check out 2 more. Okay, no more strike after this, don't worry. Okay, no more strike after this. Just strike out 2 more, that's it. Okay? Just strike out 2. Wow, just is like it's so simple, just strike out. Okay? Whatever left, can you circle 2 that you will prioritize remaining? So you should have about 8 or 10 left, or maybe something lesser. Circle 2 that you will prioritize above everything else. Put a circle, circle. Given the rest, what's remaining, circle 2. I mean, it means that you like it more than others, that's all. Just 2 that you like more than the rest remaining. Let's circle 2. No worries. Okay. Guys, can I see? Okay. Lemma, can I see us? Sorry for that. Yes. Okay, thank you. And last one, put a triangle on 1, which is after that 2. So these 2 you like more. Then the third one, just a triangle. The third option. So 2 you circle already. So the third option is a triangle. And that's it, no more. Okay, result time. Alright, ready? Same page? This is what I want you to do. Right smack at the center. At center, just find some space. I'm sure you have some opening, some space. Just put a circle and put the job or the future or the career that you ultimately will be doing. If it's a teacher, put teacher. If it's a businessman, put businessman. If it's a religious, if you're going to be a Quran teacher all your life, put it there. Something that you really want. Then I can tell you whether you'll get that or not immediately. and how's your personality affecting the decision. Yeah, middle, just find some space, put a circle and just put it down. So for me, I'll put something like, if I want to do business, I'll just circle and put business. Alright?
The box for
I don't know, just somewhere in the center. Okay, you want to start with the bad news or good news first? Bad news or good news first?
bad.
Oh, that is true, very gambo. Okay, let's start with bad news first. Everybody look at box number 2. Look at the 2 things you circle. Does it, I have 2 questions only. Does it got anything to do with the job that you want to do? Then you're in trouble. In the interview, they will ask this question that no one will be able to fake. 10 years ago, you can fake this question easily, but now you cannot. They will ask you this question, confirm. They will ask you, tell me your strength. Right? All interviews will ask this, tell me your strength. And everybody will come prepared with answers. But they will ask one more question that you cannot bluff. Give me examples. If on a daily basis, you don't do something that helps you get a job, the screw. It's something that you must love, put it as part of your life, correct your intention, and as a priority. The interviewer will never doubt you, even for instance, he will just come up like water, sincere, and nothing to hide. You know, when you have a prepared answer, a too good answer, or stuff that sounds too nice, no way. If your words don't come out right, but you have a lot of examples, you can just blabber the whole day on what you do every day, you're on track. Okay? So you need some prioritization there. Okay, so that's question number 1. If 2 circles or a triangle does not support how you do that, trouble. Question number 2. Does the 2 circle and or the triangle help you in your relationship with God? If there is, you have a fighting chance. Because help will come from various ways. He will close one door and open up many others. He will guide you on the right track every step of the way. And even though you don't get to do what you're really passionate about, what you're really good about, like Ustaz Tamidi said, he will show you. Show you. Azkuruni, azkurukum. Washkuruni wala takfurun. Remember me, I will remember you. Okay? Do as I say and fear me. Keep God close. If you want to know where you stand with God, ask yourself, where does God stand with you? Okay? So there's 2 things there. It might be bad news for some, it might be good news for some. Okay? It answers one question, which is, will you able to have a lot of examples to tell during the interview, and how much of help from Allah will come? Right? So that's the bad news. Mostly, yeah. But if you have good news, I'm telling you, you're on track, bro. You're on track, sis. Still not today, you're still hilang. Fresh start. Sorry, hold on to this. It's not able to see. Okay. Ready for the second bad news? Okay. I need the slides. Second bad news is this. In all personality tests, they will basically personality test, number 1 wants to make money. And number 2, they want to make it easy for you to understand, right? I mean, it cannot be too complicated. Too complicated, people also give up. You want to do the test. If you do any test, you will just boil down to these 4 factors. Number 1, whether you are you are the person who does things. Okay? Doing mode. Number 2, whether you are a relationship person. Number 3, are you concerned about your image? Or number 4, okay, number 4 is a slightly tough one. You are a confused person or a very smart person. Because a confused person and very smart person always has 1001 things on their head. Okay, you ask them one question, they cannot answer you. Sometimes they answer you 3 days later. Okay? But to differentiate between a very smart person and a confused person is also very difficult. And don't sweat it, it will take time. Okay? I need you all to know three things from this. Number one, most personality tests will either say in terms of body fluids, in terms of how they think, in terms of colors and all that. But basically, whether you are doing person, feeling person, how you look person, or a very deep thinking person. My objective here is not to channel you. It's just to help you differentiate. But here comes the caution. This thing can be easily manipulated, correct? If I were to do this with you, just right after this, you can actually do it whatever you want. Okay? But this is a very, very frank way just to shut it out, and you can put any other personality test into these four categories. But what's more important, I want to ask you, your top two. You think it's something that will help you, or is it a more natural fit to the job that you're going to do? For example, if you're a teacher and if you have a very low relationship factor, maybe you are being pressured to become one because it's a good, solid income, or someone may have told you that you are good at it. If you are the type who wants to do business, you must be someone who's very keen about getting things done. Like it or not, business is a dirty place. You have to do most of the work yourself, at least for a start. Even like Ustaz Tanjini said, he set up, he lost everything, build it up again. However, you need this and also this. You need to have a very deep thinking mind in order to articulate a lot of things. Okay? Just a snapshot. Okay? For me, it's very simple. Just because you are this and what you want to do is this, don't throw away your dreams. Just go with it. Don't change anything when you leave the room. Just have an awareness of this. That's all. Okay? Awareness, then check back with your friends. Do you think I'm really like this? Okay? Because they will tell you. But they won't tell you if you don't ask. Because friends don't like to hurt each other's feelings. Ask your parents, they will tell you. The parents said that I am a non-feeling person. Cannot be what, I care a lot. Actually, okay? Let you know, no? Mom knows best. Alright? Okay? Snapshot, relate it back to that. And finally, this thing. Okay? Sorry, I took a bit of time. Finally, this thing. Somebody who knows exactly what they want to do, and the certification course and the pathway is very clear. This person, they are the water type. Very easy. It just comes out like water. Like Dr. Sharia said, O-level was unfairly easy for her. So she was on this mode all the way. And like it or not, for some people who can study well, they are on this mode all the way, but that doesn't mean they will stay here all the way, because once they enter workforce, they may drop to here. Because it's a different ball game. Okay? All I'm saying is that sometimes you have it double easy. Sometimes you have it one easy, one hard. Sometimes you have it both hard. And sometimes you have it the opposite, one hard, one easy. You don't stay in one place all the time, but you have to be aware. What is the basis for saying this? This is what the ulama says. They are very worried when they are in which zone? This zone. When everything is going for them. Because it either means two things. Allah forgets about them, do not test them, or something big is going to come. Okay? Personal awareness is very important. If you are here, fine. Enjoy it. But increase your Quran reading, go for classes, get level up. Okay? If you are here, know that you are here, but from here it can only go elsewhere. Okay? Very important. I know it looks super stupidly simple, but it is important to relate it back to the Quran and what you should be doing when you are at a certain stage. That's all my point. And finally, I think you all deserve it. Just gonna tell you the three personalities in the Quran. Sorry, before that, any questions on what we just did? Was it something that's helpful? Okay, something to move forward, something to ponder deep, because you all are gonna be the next generation of leaders who are gonna shape how the Muslims live in Singapore. From riba issue to 10 commander issues to whatever issue, your generation, thinking generation, and united. Maybe Mendaki is your platform, maybe others is your platform, I don't know. Okay? So move with it. three personality in the Quran coming from two sources only. I don't lay claim that this is the only thing. I don't lay claim that this is the truth. But this came to me as a person who practices this a lot and does a lot of deep thinking. The basis from the Quran for me is pretty solid. I'm not changing whatever the ulama say. It's only I'm relating that to personality. Which surah? لكل شيء سلام واستنام القرآن الفاتحة Al-Baqarah. Right? So it's come from Al-Baqarah also, and comes from a very special verse. Auzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tsumma qasat qulubukum min ba'di dzalika fahiya kal hijarati aw ashaddu qaswa. Wa inna minal hijarati lama yatafajjaru minhul anhar. Wa inna minha lama yashaqqaqu fayakhruju minhul ma. Wa inna minha lama yakhruju min khashyatillah. Wa wallahu bighafilin amma ta'malun. Inside the hearts, inside three things. That's why I took time to explain to you that it starts from the heart. Because the Quran says inside the hearts there are three modes. The first mode is like a stone, water just flows out from it. You can't stop the water. You put your hands there, water just shoots out. It's like a spring. Second, it needs a slight knock on the rock. Water gushes out. And the third one, you need to throw this rock from a very high place right down, and it's no guarantee that all the rocks will break into water, maybe one or two. So the heart is described as such. One is the heart that's overflowing with water. The other one just needs a slight tap. And the third one, it needs multiple flows, within which there is no guarantee that all, some, or even one might break and water will gush out. So he explains the heart. For this is famously quoted by Sayyidina Abu Bakr, who embraced Islam the minute he heard it and never looked back. He had such an overwhelming spirit of faith that it is just acceptance of the way, never look back, straight on. I wouldn't even mention which Sahabat is here because we are in no position to question that golden generation. Most of them will be here. But there is one example that surpasses everyone else. Maybe we are here, maybe we are here. But my question to you is very simple. Allah put it very simply, our personality cannot be fake. It will come very naturally, and it will come in three forms only. Let me give you the example of the first form. This person walks. The moment he opens his eyes, the first things he says, the minute he gets a problem, the minute he sees something that's amazing, the kind of words that he uses, everything is in praises, everything is in submission, everything is in the absolute awe, and nothing beats this. I mean, I know a lot of people who are mashallah, amazingly there already, but I mean, just to get there, it seems like such a hard path. Now, let me just mention to you a person. There was one scholar who was sitting down, can't move. The leg was, I mean, he's as good as wheelchair bound. He can walk a bit, but he's very old, so he's told to read the final dua of the majlis. So he reads, but he hasn't finished. So the other scholar just took the mic away to finish off the majlis. Then somebody pointed out, hey, he hasn't finished. So this other scholar went down, passing back the mic, knelt before him, and dua together. I've never seen that happen. And there's no sense of arrogance. I think he just did it as though it was part of what he does every day. Okay, so that's one example of here. The other example I want to mention to you is someone who died in a car accident. If you have worked in A&E before, you have very weird people coming into A&E from car accidents. Some of them keep on repeating the last song they heard. Some people repeat songs that they heard from their childhood days. Some people just blabber out things randomly. You can never change them. Their brain, their heart, everything is smashed up already. It only comes out one thing. So think for yourself, where are we at? Okay? Because you don't need to do any test. Just look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I here? Every few words that I say, my interaction with my parents, whoever, and am I here? Or am I here? Am I here? It's just a very truthful upfront thing. Okay? And the elements, just two. Rock and water. That's all. So that's why I use rock and water to explain. When it's easy. When it's hard, it's hard. But that doesn't change the fact that our response, we only determine our response. That's the true Islamic personality. Okay? Look at yourself, you can answer this. You don't need to do any test at all to get the answer. Got it? I'd like to end with one last story. However, it might be a bit sensitive. If you think you don't want to participate, it's fine. If you want to close your eyes, it's fine. If you want to open it, it's fine. But it's just a story. But it's a true story, and that's what's mentioned in the Quran, Surah Ibrahim, about personality. So the story goes like this. Muslims, generally, they describe men and Muslims. On the day of judgment, they will be resurrected, and the point of resurrection is an unimaginably tough experience. No one can describe, although the Quran describes it in many different ways. So when somebody is resurrected, they will be looking out for help because it's something no one can handle, and they will somehow recognize this personality, and they somehow see other people gravitating towards this personality, and they themselves move towards this personality. They can't see the face, they can see the shape, they can't know exactly who is it, but it's so familiar. It's like I know this guy. It's like it's definitely me. It cannot be someone else. I just can't put a name, a face, or a explanation to it. So they just come. A lot of people came and come to a point when the crowd maxed out. So many people already. And finally, this personality spoke. And this personality spoke with a standard phrase or standard dialogue, which is in the Quran also. The personality will stand up, and everyone will be like, "Okay, help us, please. This is the day. Please help us, please." And yes, this is the time for the main announcement. So personality stands up and says, on this day, the one seeking help from the one they think will give you help, the one that they're asking for help cannot even help himself. And I only invited you. I only asked you. You are the one who did it. I lay no claim what you do. I only invited. And it is you who decides ultimately. It's your heart who decides ultimately. I only invited. And on this day, I cannot help myself because I have long ago forsaken God. This figure will be erased, and that is the khutbah of Iblis on the day of resurrection. But my point is this: the Quran states very clearly that he will be a personality a lot of people will recognize immediately. It won't be something unmistakable, they just can't put it. But he also said something that it is you who decide and your heart decides to follow me. I never force you. Okay? So let me just repeat what we covered today. Personality, the best of the best, is from Prophet Rasulullah, immediately followed by salat and the purification of the heart, so that we don't mix the wrong personality in terms of who we have to follow, and immediately close it off anything with the recitation of zikrullah, which in this case is inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un, or can be anything that you know about. Then we close the loop. Anything else, like we mentioned before, you may have everything lined up for your job, or you don't have anything lined up for your job, but if you know you're standing with God, and where God stands with you, then that's probably enough for Muslim Islam. Okay? Before I close, any questions? No? Has this been a helpful session? Okay. Sorry to end on a low, but I would rather end on a low and go out on a thinking mode rather than you go out celebrating that you'll make it for life immediately. Okay? I thank you all the best. And I just have one last request. On one piece of paper, can you just write for me the 3 things I asked from the speakers? Something you like about this session, something you love about this session, and somewhere that you were lost somewhere. Okay? I just want to have that, and I thank you for your time. No need! You just put your names on stuff. Okay? Something that you like about the session, something that you totally love, and something that at one point of time or at many points of time you get lost. Okay, I owe Brother Nabil 50 push-ups. I don't know whether he added up more. 60! Subhanallah. Oh, subhanallah. Thank you, brother. Oh, yeah. Brothers, if you want to do your salat, you can do it here, or there's a space available, Sister Fatima prepared it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fauzan. Oh no, I don't see what. Sorry. Was it the same result as what you did? So yeah, no more than 50%. Thank you so much. Yeah. This part of the thing is not people need to go detail to actually because once we go back aside the best see people because it's very very believable when sometimes but
Maybe I will be research.
For the simple things like adult learning and child learning, adult learning they facilitate faster Thank you so much. Selamat, thanks. All the best for whatever you're going to do. Thank you so much. Hello, thanks. Anything? Yeah. Any experience? You volunteer for camps and stuff like that, facilitation. Thank you so much. Are you open to
You know, like